Today we're going to be talking about 18 insane government conspiracy theories that will freak you out. Cue the music. Alright, so the first conspiracy theory is Saved by the Bell. So, apparently, all the triangle shapes that were featured in the show where the gang's hangout spot is, it's a triangle of manifestation. When you listen to the theme song in reverse, it's actually saying, I miss my Satan. We're all saved. I wonder what that means. So if you see an Illuminati symbol in a TV show, don't think good thoughts. Think, I miss my Satan. We're all saved. I guess. A poisonous outbreak was dropped in Georgia and Alabama in the late January in 2014. So people were saying that residents began grabbing piles of snow and melted it with lighters. When it turned black or produced a weird odor, they assumed it was either part of some ongoing attempt for the government to poison them or a weather control scenario. So they took piles of snow and they melted it with a lighter, and when it turned black, it produced a weird odor that, the government had assured that they were trying to poison them. So you see on the right, there's a picture of a bottle vial thing that says poison, and it's melted with red. It looks like blood, kind of. But then on the left, you see a picture of just snow on trees. They took piles of snow and they melted it with a lighter to see if they could sell it. Across Georgia and poison people with this snow conspiracy theory. So if you see snow and you want to melt it with a lighter and you want to try to kill people, then I would go to jail if I were you. Now, I already talked about this conspiracy theory, but it's a different type. So there are actors planned at shootings and terrorist attacks to control the information the public receives. So some actors are supposedly planted on these horrific events by the government to control what gets reported to the public. Why do you think they stand there and just watch people get reported so they can report to the police? They're trying to be good people, trying to get the person in trouble. I see what you're thinking. Good job, people sitting on the streets. A secret military exercises were being practiced to overrule the Constitution and keep Obama in office forever for president. So the Operation Jade Helm 15 ran from July to September 2015, making people flip out, worrying that the U.S. was preparing a Hatchel material law. Everyone calmed down for the second the project ended, though. So we got Donald Trump as a president because people were crossing off people's names on the Constitution. That's not entirely possible, but why would people cross off names on the Constitution? That's part of the law. Besides, we didn't even want Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton to be our president. But who decided to do that? The world. The world decided to make it harder for us to pick Donald Trump. Screw you, Donald Trump. FDR knew Pearl Harbor was going to happen. So many people over the years have insisted that both the U.S. and the British governments knew of the attack on events, and may had even let it happen in an attempt to force America into World War II. It's a little dark, isn't it? So, basically, many people knew that Pearl Harbor was going to happen. They knew that was going to happen. They knew it. And they even said it on the news. They said it. They knew it was going to happen. They knew it. They knew Pearl Harbor was actually going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. In some day of time, we knew it was going to happen to us. I don't see how FDR knew that Pearl Harbor was going to happen. We all knew Pearl Harbor. I gotta work on my studio. We all know that Pearl Harbor was going to happen. We all know that. We all know Pearl Harbor was going to happen. We all know that. But I didn't know FDR knew about Pearl Harbor, though. Interesting. So the U.S. government sends jets into the sky and releases chemtrails into the air in our minds. Now, I talked about this in the previous conspiracy theory, but I'm going to talk about it again with the different people. You know, you're just sitting around your house and you look up at the sky and you see all the trails of those gas things in the sky. Well, that's actually chemical trails that are being spread across the sky. I think maybe it's there to kill us all. So when we look up in the sky and that smoke comes, those are actually chemicals that are being transported to us to kill us, basically. What have we done with our lives? I talked about this one too. This is the Denver International Airport is a hub for the Illuminati. Talked about this one already. So it's the intricate murals on the walls that have led travelers to believe that the neo-Nazis, the hallways apparently make a swastika shape when you look at the building from the sky. That is actually true. I do see the swastika shape into a Illuminati. If you look closely, an Illuminati has an eye, and I've always wondered what the Illuminati means. So maybe we'll look up an Illuminati conspiracy and see what conspiracy theories we're gonna dig through. Most of the top political figures are actually secretly reptiles. Okay, so Barack Obama is actually a reptile. It's part of an elite group of lizard-like creatures who wants to control and enslave the human race. It's just the messenger. Yeah, if I knew Obama was a lizard, I wouldn't vote for him. And if I knew Donald Trump was a lizard, I still wouldn't vote for him. But a lizard is better than having Donald Trump as our president. So I would probably say, good job, lizard community. You finally made something your bitch. MKU Ultra developed into another mind control project called Project Monarch. So Kathy O'Brien has written detailed stories on her experience as a victim of this project, which she says anyone from government officials to country music stars have participated in. Scholars who have reached their claims that they say there's no substance to their accusations, though. So basically, they're signing off detailed stories and making the Project Monarch a good thing, actually. So, Kathy O'Brien, you keep doing what you're doing and stay awesome, I guess. California's droughts are usually engineered by weather control. So there's a huge group of people who are convicted the state's droughts are a government conspiracy instead of a natural lack of rain. It sounds a little crazy, but is it though? Yeah, I've been wondering why has California been getting weird droughts? I've been wondering that too. I hope everybody in California is okay. A journalist researching the JFK assassination suddenly mysterious died the same day when Marilyn Monroe died. So this is a Marilyn Monroe conspiracy theory. Killen Gallen was investigating the case when she died one night from an overdose of alcohol and barbiturates. Exactly like Marilyn Monroe had. She was going to interview an informant when she found dead in a room in her house she was supposedly barely ever used. None of the notes were actually recovered. So no one really found out the notes, and I don't think Marilyn Monroe actually wrote a suicide note. Alright, this is the last one. CIA planned to stage fake terrorist attacks on America and blame it on Cuba to start a war in the early 60s. So, U.S. military leaders gathered to create situationals that would gather public support for a war against Cuba. The now declared documents called Operation Northwoods have never really got carried out. So basically, the military leaders haven't actually put out the unclassified documents because they're unclassified, and if means unclassified means you can look at it. Classified means you can't. When it says like classified, it's secret. No one can look at it. Alright, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching my conspiracy theories on that'll freak you out. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.